Hi folks, how you doing? This is just a real quick one really. Just wanted to prove to you that I do get raspberries, because all my videos I've noticed lately, I say to you, I've got some raspberries, but I've eaten them. And anyone could say that. I grew an amazing pumpkin, but I ate it. I grew some awesome cabbages, but I ate it. But I do grow raspberries. It's just they're so tasty that I end up munching them long before they get home. So I picked some yesterday and ate them. So this is what I've got today. This is basically what's just ripened with yesterday's sun, basically. So there we go. Not many, but you know, supermarket you probably pay about, I don't know, £2 for like organic raspberries, that sort of size. And there's some whoppers in there because, let's get a good one. Look at that for a raspberry. All right, compare that to my nose. That's a big raspberry. I've got a big nose. That's a big raspberry. These are from a bush. That one's even bigger still. Look at that. That's huge. It's a monster. Look at it. When I was a kid growing up, I lived in a place called St. George's. Just bear with me. There's a cool plane flying over. I won't get it on camera. It's a type of jet. Not a fighter jet, like a vintage kind of jet. So yeah, when I was growing up, I lived in a place called St. George's, which is in Telford in Shropshire. It's a little village, for a better word, in the middle of a big town, big new town. And we had woods near us called the Albion. And in those woods, there was a load of raspberry bushes. And as kids, we used to pick these and we used to eat them. And they were really big raspberries. They're probably not a raspberry. They're probably some type of like loganberry or something else, but they're monsters. Look at them. So years later, I ended up buying a house in St. George's, literally around the corner from where I brought up as a kid. So I went over to the banks and I took some raspberry cuttings of these raspberry bushes and I put them in my back garden in my house, and they grew amazingly and I had loads of raspberries. When I sold that house, I decided that I was going to take those raspberry bushes up and I was going to plant them down the allotment, which I did. So in a weird kind of way, these raspberries that I now grow on my allotment are the same raspberries that I used to eat as a kid. So yeah, that's probably why I like them so much. And they taste amazing. And to be perfectly honest, these might not make it home either. Chilies are coming along all right. These are the Indian chilies. I think they're called curry chilies. These are the ones that when you order a madras or a fal or something like that, give it that real kick. And I tell you what, they're hot. They are very, very hot. I burnt my mouth yesterday eating stupidly spicy crisps for a YouTube video. So I'm not going to demonstrate one of these. Oh, look at that. Got like a twin chili. No way. There's a spider on there. Cut off all the yellowing leaves the other day. Gave the cucumbers a feed. We've got new growth, so I'm quite happy with that. There's a few that I missed. I just had a good water in. Fingers crossed, everything's good. I've still got cucumbers coming. That one looks like it might be on its way, but as you can see, I've got new growth, so I'm happy. And I've got cucumbers coming. Watch these prickly ones, they are quite prickly. So yeah, I have peppers turning red. These are the cayenne peppers. They do alright. I've still got loads of dried peppers at home from last year. So I haven't gone nuts with the peppers this year, just got a few plants for fresh ones, really. The dried peppers are so hot from last year. I've got a tomato in the back there. I'll be ready in a day or two. And these are the chili plants, I can't remember what they are. I cannot remember what they are. If you remember going back to my old videos, there was 3 tiny little plants that were in a seed cell tray in the other greenhouse. And I decided that I was going to put them in this pot, and I put plenty of feed in with them, handfuls of chicken manure pellets. I pop them in there and they're doing awesome. And oh, is that a weed? It is indeed. Let's get that out. Don't want that stealing. Chickens can have that, can't you, girlies? I'm not stealing nutrients out of there. So plan is that all being well, I can keep this pot going well into autumn and winter. Stick it in the greenhouse. Maybe put some maybe put some bubble wrap over it, and I can have some fresh chilies later in the year. This chili plant, which one was this? Again, I don't know. I think this could have been just a random one. I put it in with the cucumbers. But they're doing alright, they're doing alright. I'm quite happy with my few chili plants. These are hot though. These are very... oh, one's come off. Oh, there we go. That was ready to be picked. A few of them probably are now. They are stupidly spicy. Mr. Fothergill's, these were. If I remember, I'll put a link below. I once went to an Indian restaurant and I asked for a curry. I asked for a curry that... didn't ask for a hot curry. I just said to the guy, I said, what can you recommend? What would you eat? And the guy said, oh, I like such and such a curry. I said, brilliant, I'll have one of them. I'm quite adventurous with my food. So I ordered this curry and I was eating away, and it was spicy. It wasn't like ridiculously hot. It was nice. I think it was lamb. I can't for life of me can't remember what it was called, but it was really, really tasty. And it had these in, but they were cut diagonally like you'd cut beans. So of course I stabbed a few with my fork, put them in my mouth, chewing away, thinking there was beans in the curry, and there wasn't. There was these. I kid you not, I was literally crying. I was blubbing and my nose was streaming, and it was just the most intense hit of heat I'd had. I even asked for a glass of milk in the Indian restaurant, even though I'm lactose intolerant, just to swill my mouth out with because it was horrible. It was awful. And then later on I basically found out from the chef that although the Indians possibly eat a few of those, they're really just in the curry for flavour. They kind of like might eat one and that's it. They definitely don't eat 4 like I did. Ross, you're a numpty. Yes, you are. But ever since then, I decided, right, I'm going to grow a few of these. So I hunted them down. Mr. Fothergill sent me a pack. I can't remember the exact name, but they are like a curry chili, Indian curry chili or something like that. But man, they're good. Really good. And they are green. They will go red if you let them, but you are supposed to pick them and eat them green. Well, they were green in the Indian restaurant anyway.
Big sizes.
You been picking beans?
Yeah.
You got some big ones?
To be fair, yeah. We're doing the biggest bean.
Biggest bean. That's quite a good size, that, isn't it? Nice and straight too. That's a fat one with a wiggly bottom. And that's a fat one too. Do you want to pop them in the shed for Daddy then? What have you got, Esme?
Tomatoes, beans, and that's it.
Yeah, you got a proper haul there, haven't you?
Yes.
Not impressed with them going in your bag, are you?
No.
Why?
Because you forced me to put them in my bag.
Yeah, well you eat them so you can help me carry them.
Don't you shout at me.
Video it, quick video it.
Is it on video?
Yeah.
There were a few strange shots that day, weren't there? Yeah, I actually took it quite badly in the dressing room after that game. He just opened up all scars there. I was just getting over it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was positive.
Get it out of the wind front.
You've brought us back here with
Well, you mentioned it.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, me. Actually, well, we'll start there, shall we?
Right now, right? Hi folks, how you doing? Absolutely roasting today. Absolutely roasting. It must be, I don't know, 25, 26 degrees, end of August. And allotment's doing well. Just eating my weight in raspberries, as I always do. Chicken's doing good, got some eggs, get everything in the water, and that was it really. Just a really quick trip down to the allotment. But I thought I'd do a little mini vlog from here because the old bill are about. Oh, and I'm being curious. I wonder what they're up to. Ooh, there's 2 police cars when I got down here, and I think there's possibly another one turned up. I don't know. But yeah, being nosy. So I don't know what's going on. It's funny, isn't it? How we get curious. Oh, no idea what that was. So if I drive past, I might get it on film for you. See what's going on. So there she is. I have no idea what's going on, but we have the old bill about. Ooh, this car park. See where I am. It's not a particularly rough area, but it does have its instances of drug dealers, especially this car park at night. So I can only hope they've caught one of the scumbags, which will be really nice. Fingers crossed, eh, folks? Fingers crossed.